Live from IB Studios. Oh well, a girl can dream. Today's little bit of insight into nutrition, fat loss, and achieving your goals comes from a post that I've just done on my public page in the D61, but also from literally conversations that I've had over the last 2 weeks with people wanting to take up work with myself. And again, this is why I take this approach with my work, because it is the biggest element of you getting success and maintaining that success long term. And I can tell you to count your calories, I could teach you portion sizes, but you're still going to have those thoughts, the beliefs in your head that everything you have been told and heard from adverts and people trying to sell you bullshit is something that I think you take with you and you grow up with. And we all know that in order to lose weight, you've got to eat less calories. But on the flip side, it never works well if you keep dropping your calories really low and keep trying to use more calories by doing more exercise. So I think we need to take just a step back, and I plan to do the rest of the week of just little snippet videos helping you to understand what you can do to start changing your habits by understanding your subconscious beliefs that lead you to make choices based on triggers, events, situations in your life, and how you can help yourself not do that anymore. It's changing what happens up here to change what happens when you try to achieve your goals. Shall we start with episode 1? So if I was to give you one task this week, it would be to check your emotions before you eat your meal. What does that mean? Okay. It means you need to just stop and think. So you can be preparing your meal, you could be sat at the table ready to eat, but before you do that, I want you to ask yourself a couple of questions, and we'll start with just 3. How has your day been so far? If it's the end of the day, how has your day been? How do you feel right now? Are you hungry? 3 questions that could have a situation or circumstance that would lead you to making a choice when you're not hungry. I'll give you an example. You're halfway through work, nothing's gone to plan. It's lunchtime, you're starving, you haven't stopped, and you're reaching for your lunch and you're still working. By not paying attention to what you're doing, where you are, and how you feel is going to impact how much you eat and how you feel after you've had that food. And I think a few of you in this group will already relate to that. So what you need to do is, okay, you're feeling pretty stressed. Your day's not been very productive. I want you to write a list of what you need to do, what you've done so far, and what's important out of the things that you've got left to do. And that's only going to be a short list, unless you're, working for yourself. Second one is, how are you feeling right now in this moment? Are you stressed? Do you need to go and take a walk just to release that stress and gather your thoughts a little bit better so you can go back to the rest of your day feeling refreshed and ready to do what you need to do on that little list? If it's the end of the day, are you really tired? Are you just feeling so worn out that everything's just got on top of you, and just to try and comfort yourself, you feel that you need some food or a drink? It's all good. And 3, are you hungry? Are you physically hungry? Do you know the difference between hunger and boredom, stress, anxiety, and other things that happen in your day that trigger you to seek comfort and reassurance through food? Once we start taking control of those things, it becomes a little bit easier to be present and mindful when you're eating those meals, and you're doing it for the right reasons. Always check your feelings. Don't keep putting so much demand on yourself. There are ways to manage it. So by writing it down and seeing what you've got to do and checking how you feel about it, you'll be able to identify solutions to help you get through the rest of your day. And if it's the end of the day, hopefully you can identify solutions that'll help you make better choices next time and have solutions ready for when things start to get on top of you. Hopefully all that made sense, but to recap, stop and take a moment. Reevaluate where you're at and what is actually happening. Ask yourself the very important question of how do you feel right now in this moment? And lastly, are you hungry? Let's work on getting those in place for the rest of this week, and then I'll hit you up tomorrow with another video on trying to deal with those feelings and the triggers and cues that lead you to eat. Ciao for now.